Tulum, the ancient Mayan city that basically is what all of Mexico would have been like if the United States would have annexed the whole country back in 1848. Here you will meet more Americans than you do in New York, but if you really make an effort, you can still find locals and places not only designed for tourists. Then again, we did not come here for the town itself, but because it's a great base for exploring surrounding ruins and cenotes. But before we head into that, let's explore the town a little bit. Pretty standard procedure: find our Airbnb, do a house tour, private swimming pool, mi casa, su casa, Spanish, and head out in search of food. Ugh. It's raining.
You don't like rain?
I don't like rain. I didn't go to Mexico for rain.
Nice place to eat or
No, right.
something. We're open. We have a covered section also.
Rule number 2, never go into a place where they try to kick in. I don't know what rule number 1 was again. So this was the soup and rain. Look at this, wow, crazy. Oh, I really want one of those.
No.
I am not allowed to get one of those.
Sorry.
I would look funny. No, I would look good, I mean.
Funny
Yes.
was the right word.
Shit. Wow. No, that's it. What's for dinner? I'm not sure. They call it Mexican pizza. How is the Mexican pizza?
Good. It's really Mexican. Kind of like a big taco.
No, it's pizza.
No, it's like a big taco.
What's the difference between tacos and pizza anyway? Muy bueno. Now back for an early night of sleep, because the next morning we were gonna get up early. The Tulum ruins are close to all the tourist towns in Yucatan and is known to get pretty crowded, so we wanted to be there before all the tour buses arrived. I can't hear you! I have no idea what you're saying! Fortunately, our Airbnb provided us with bikes, so getting there was no problem. Unfortunately, we had gotten up early for nothing. Mexico had what they called a traffic light COVID restriction system, and this day, the state of Quintana Roo had been upgraded. Because of the orange light in this region, to avoid crowding, they decided to open this place 1 hour later. This is the effect. It's a good thing there are no crowds,
Yeah.
thanks to opening an hour later. Yeah,
This will help the pandemic.
this will help the pandemic a lot. Now it was time to explore. Welcome to
What are you doing? Why
Tulum
are you like this?
expedition. We're now crossing the densely covered jungle to find the old Mayan ruins. Tulum,
With the face mask.
this city. We don't want to catch any new viruses from the jungle. We're crossing down a big mountain. Jesus Christ! I gotta be careful around here. Shh. Suddenly, we stumble upon our first ruin. Look at this. Crazy. And another one. And before we knew it, we finally left the jungles and arrived at this abandoned old city. As we can see here, they left us signs. There are old buildings all across the place, like this one, for example. Imagine that we are the first ones to discover this place. Truly a stunning feeling to discover a place like this. We met wild animals, but Denise knew how to handle it.
Cute dolls. Yeah, it just look cool, you know? Like, I know it's hard for you, but...
This building was covered in red.
Oh!
You can still see some of the red color, I guess.
I think you're lying, I don't see it.
Looking out over the same ocean as the Mayans did, it was hard not to be filled with awe. And now back in the jungle, sneaking through the trees. Gotta be careful. There are no people this deep in the jungle.
They always have trails in the jungle. jungle.
How else were the jungle people supposed to walk around? Out of the jungle, we stumbled upon even more traces of the ancient civilization. And while theirs may have crumbled a long time ago, maybe we could learn something from them about our own. Sorry about that. I got a bit too inspired with the music, I think. So, let's just move on. After a grand adventure exploring some of the most touristy ruins in Mexico, it was still early in the day and we decided to visit a turtle sanctuary. So we got on a colectivo and off we went. Unfortunately, the driver forgot to drop us off where we wanted. How did our bus adventure go?
Perfect. The bus driver didn't like hear where we wanted to get off, so he drove past it. Now we're ended up in a small village, and people say the beach was closed. So we paid €60 to get to a rural village, and we have to walk to the beach for half an hour. All about the experience, huh? You know.
It's all about the adventure.
Yeah. I carried 5 kilograms of fruit with me.
That may or may not be allowed into the beach. The translations were unclear.
So remember guys, if you get on the bus, tell the bus driver where you're going and don't rely on the person who told you to get on the bus and scream into the bus, Ishkasal. Exercise, I guess.
Yeah, never heard anybody. We'll see when we get there.
Day 5. We still haven't found the beach.
We're almost out of water.
I'm still carrying the fruit. We didn't want to give up, you know. We wanted the beach.
Yeah, no signs of human contact.
Is that a car?
Is that a car?
I can hear a car.
And it was not just one car, it was an entire highway. Finally, we saw the sign for the sanctuary. But
The sanctuary was closed. The beach was closed.
on Mondays, which it of course was that day,
It was not stated on Google Maps, so
but on their website.
I don't blame us.
No.
I blame the sanctuary. But we were really lucky because there was a colectivo who, like, they saw us. So the driver just stopped. We asked him and he was like, yeah, it's closed today. So he asked us if we wanted to go to Acoma, which is also a nice place to turtle. To turtle.
The turtle.
To turtle with the snorkels. Well, let's see.
The problem with Akumal is that you have to pay like €5 per person to get to the beach. But I had a different idea. Have to sneak into private beaches.
It's not private. You can't on the beach in Mexico.
Exactly, that's what we're gonna tell those capitalist bloodsuckers. Viva Mexico! Mexico libre! Because I ain't paying shit.
I already know what's going to happen. The next video it will be, well, seems like we couldn't get into the beach. We had to pay for it.
What do you think happened? Comment down below for a chance to win absolutely nothing.
The next video,
What happened?
we had to go back and pay the entrance fee. Sorry.
Oh well, now we're here. The sun is gone. The waves are getting higher. The water is kind of blue, at least. It's getting windy.
Perfect day.
Oh well, let's find a turtle at least.
Yeah, I think you're gonna see one.
No way.
No.
But we're sure we're gonna try. Yeah, perfect. Next top model. Thank you so far. We didn't see any. Moving on. Okay, really short history lesson. In the Mayan Empire, they had quite a few important cities, apart from Tulum, and one of them was Coba. And yeah, this day we're gonna visit that one. It still says it's closed or something on the website and online. Now we're going to Coba. Oh, we are in Coba. We're going to the pyramids and our ruins will be cool. Alright, mask. So we were inside. Yeah, wow. This is actually really cool.
A lot cooler than yesterday, huh?
Yeah. I am happy. I'm better. Now, Coba is not the most common place to visit, so there are almost no signs telling you what you see. We're usually not too much for guided tours, but this time we made an exception and hired a private guide.
What? They grow on the trees.
Oh,
It's this, but this one is a baby one.
Oh
that was a very good decision, because he actually was Mayan and taught us a lot about the Maya culture.
Because the people, they call it Pok-ta-pok. When those guys, they hit a ball to their nest, make these sounds. Pok-ta-pok, like ping pong.
Pok-ta-pok is a weird sport where you try to hit a ball with your hips and make it fly through a stone circle. Games could take days to finish. Apparently, the winning team got sacrificed, so no wonder why. Our guide also showed us some of the local fauna.
They're no danger?
No, they don't bite. They don't sting.
They do, however, fly into your eyes if you come too close with the camera.
They don't sting you,
Oh, they're so cute.
but they put pollen from one flower, and we call it tabentun. But they produce honey inside of the tree. Maybe those guys they use in the temple in that time, used for rituals.
Crazy.
What's that? Are you can't climb it?
A little bit.
Sad,
Oh well, what can you do? Right, because of the pandemic you were not allowed to climb any ruins in Mexico. Because as everyone knows, COVID spreads faster when climbing. After exploring the ruins, we were quite deep in the park, and our guide recommended us to take a bike taxi back to the entrance. Since he knew most people working there, he got us the fastest of them all.
See, I thought it would be fun.
Yeah. Afterwards, our guide asked us if we wanted to visit a Mayan village. Of course, we said yes.
It's famous chicle.
Cheese?
No, cheese.
Oh,
Chi is like Chichen Itza.
right.
Chi means mouth in Maya. Chi means mouth, clay is the sound when you're chewing. And chi, clay. That means chicle.
There we also had some amazing Mayan tacos and got blessed by a Mayan priest, which I unfortunately forgot to film. I'll leave a link to one in the description if you want to see how it looks like. But enough ruins in Maya culture for now. We still had a few hours until the last collectivo back to Tulum left, so we decided to visit some cenotes.
Wow. It's cold?
Not too bad.
No? So cool, huh?
That's really cool.
You think it's drinking water? There's the fish.
Now a great tip for everyone. Get a waterproof camera. You'll have so much fun playing with it. I have enough footage of us doing stuff like this to make an entire movie. The only problem is that it's not too entertaining to watch. The second cenote we visited was a bit more crowded, but it was more interesting visually, with stalactites hanging from the roof and cool cliff formations underwater. Very cool experience, highly recommend. This is my super bike, it's horrible. Ciao. And now there was only one last thing to do. What are we doing right now?
We're trying to find some esquites
And
besitas.
because that is what you need after a long day of adventuring. It's here. It's here.
It's here. I think I'm gonna have a macasita actually.
Yeah, so we got her Makisita and my esquites. Then we headed into the park to find a nice place to sit down.
This is some advanced macasita. Ones that we had and on the island were not as good. This is crazy.
Look at this creamy mess. That's what you do when you have everything, you just mix it all around like this. That's so nice. Very good. Successful hunt.
Good.
Of course you can.
20.